Hey, what's up, Atlanta? It's Tiara Larae Johnson here with Contact Atlanta, and I have one of my bestest, greatest sister friends, Nzinga. I'm super proud of her. She's an influencer, a model, an actress, a singer, a wonderful friend, a great partner. She so many titles. So I had to interview her today. So tell us how you got started.
Well, so Tiara, I'm gonna be honest with you. It started in what? Because
I know, right? I know, sis.
Every time people ask me that, I never know where to begin.
Let's start with acting and singing.
Okay, so acting really started probably in Chambly. We went to school together, and that was when I was first placed. I was in the choir, and I had always sung. I always wanted to be a singer, and I always knew that. But I wasn't really introduced to the world of theater until then, and that was when Dr. Glore forced me to be in a musical.
Y'all used to be down there. Side note, Dr. Glore class used to be lit. I wish I knew how to sing so I could be down there with y'all.
I mean, there were so many people who didn't know how to sing who really
y'all used
enjoyed.
To be down there doing.
Dr. Glore was the best. He really was the best. But yeah, he forced me into a musical, and when that world was open to me, it changed everything. Yeah. Like, it was a world that I had never known, and I was like, how did I not know this existed? Right. The world of musicals. And then ever since then, I was like in every play at that school. Then I went on to college and was in plays as well, worked with Step Stewart, and then transitioned into film. And it has just been amazing because it was legitimately something that I didn't really see when I was younger. It wasn't something that my mom really introduced me to in any way like that. So it wasn't until I was pre-adult really that I even knew about it, and then it was immediately engulfed in it, and I couldn't be more grateful because it's the best way for me to just express myself and my creativity and all the talents that I feel like have been given to me. That is like the perfect way to just show all of them at once. So that was how I started in that.
And you already have an amazing personality, but like you being in your element is even more just like, it's like you were born. People are born for stuff, and I feel like you were definitely born for your career choice. So is that how you kind of got into like the makeup influencer model side? So let's transition.
Yeah. So it's funny how things work out because everything kind of just slid together. I only learned makeup because of acting. I was in school for theater, and we had a makeup class where we did zombies and old people and stuff like that. Like we did those transformations, and part of that class was to also do beauty. And my teachers were like, "You're good at this. You should do this." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Right. And then my family caught wind, and my younger sister's been a model for forever, and she knew a lot about the industry of makeup and had worked with a lot of makeup artists, and she was gifted so much makeup that literally my makeup kit was pretty much created for me immediately. It was such a blessing because I know people invest thousands and thousands of dollars. Expensive. It's so expensive, and it takes years for people to build their kit, but literally probably within a month or so after I finished that class, everything was kind of put in front of me, just based on companies giving her stuff and her being like, well, what am I going to do with this? So,
pass it over here.
Thanks, sis. And, you know, her being my little sister, she was very adamant, like, go for it. Like, she was like my big sister in that moment, definitely pushing me, like, make your money while you live your dream and everything. That's great, but you're gonna not be a starving artist. You're gonna have to find a way to eat at the same time. So I love her for that insight, and that definitely helped. And it not only helped me provide myself with the financial stability that I needed, but also the connections that I needed, because so much of that industry is connected. If you do makeup, then you're part of the entertainment industry, and so many of the opportunities that have opened to me have been because I'm on set doing somebody's face,
and or like, take a picture and test the camera.
Take a picture, or they're talking about a role, and then they find out that I act or something like that too. So it all just goes hand in hand, and the same thing with modeling. I honestly, I wish I could tell you how it started because I really don't know, but I was just taking regular pictures for Instagram, not thinking anything of it. My sister was always like the model, so I was just taking pictures for my Instagram. And then Fashion to Figure, the first major company to reach out to me, slid in my DM and was like, hey, you should tag us in this picture. And then I did, and I probably shouldn't reveal this, but then they were like, you won this contest. So they kind of let me win a little bit. But I appreciate them so much because I have been working with them ever since. And, you know, at first they were just giving me clothes and promoting me on their Instagram, which helped my followers grow. But then so many other companies started reaching out to me, and then they started paying me, and I got all this income coming from just taking pictures. And it's crazy because especially since COVID and everything hit every other industry, like nobody's getting their makeup done in the midst of COVID, and nobody's shooting any film or anything like that during COVID. So really being an influencer saved like everything during that time. And something that was kind of like a side hustle, and although it was helping my income, it wasn't a large part of it. Now it has surpassed everything that I was making, putting in those hours of being on sets or doing people's faces. So I'm just grateful for all the doors that it's opening and how it all just is leading to getting to bigger things and better things and being able to invest in the greater things that I want to do.
Right. So it seems like everything that you've done has kind of just been like door after door is opening. And one thing that I admire about you is that through everything that I've witnessed you go through, it's like you always bounce back like super hard. So like, how do you, as all the hats that you wear and as a brand builder and as a dreamer, like how do you do that? Like what's your bounce back strategy?
Well, honestly, I think what's helped me is just we're going where the opportunities are. Sometimes I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, because sometimes I feel like I need to focus in on what I need to do and let everything else fall to the wayside. But because everything has always led to something greater and a greater opportunity, I feel like it really is God saying, like, this is the path that I've chosen for you. Follow it. You know, if those doors are opening, then there's a reason. And it's never been a negative side effect to it. So I just kind of try to follow whatever opportunities follow. Anything that feels right, you know.
Do you ever have those moments where you just like, okay, what is this? Like, this is crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you always seem to just be like, I got this. Like, how do you get that? How do you have that?
I think a lot of that is perception and not so much what goes on in my head while it's all happening. Because, you know, I mean, being a boss yourself,
I know it's not easy.
And from the outside looking in, it's just like, oh, well, she's always got her in on something, or she's always got these opportunities coming. But it's like there's so much work behind the scenes. They don't just appear. There's so much work and things that lead up to those connections that happen. So I think it's just something that people see and assume more so than me, just because I'm not very chill. I'm not just sitting over here like, you know, I'm gonna bounce back. No, I'll be checking my budget.
I personally know you, like, so I'm saying, like, I understand you not always just like, oh, I'm coming through this, but it's like you go through things so gracefully, like things that would take people out. You just be like, okay, it hurt, or is this, but you be like, I'm good though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's us
optimistic
as a culture, as a people. Like, I mean, we've been through so much, and we always find a way out. We always make the best out of every situation, and I think that is definitely a part of my upbringing from my mom and in her situation, being a immigrant from another country and just like raising 3 girls on her own. Like, we learned that strength from someone, and definitely. I know she had everything to do with all of our success, because I mean, without her, I can't even imagine where we would be, or what I would do if I was in the same situation that she was in, you know, when I was growing up. So it's just amazing to see her, and that is a lot of the motivation that I have to continue to do and grow and build, because we need to be retiring her and having her somewhere.
I said that, so I gotta retire my mom. When I went to Jamaica, I was like on the beach, like, my mama need to be here. When it comes to audiences, like, how do you develop an audience as an influencer? What are some steps you can give us to that?
It's so funny because I get this question all the time in my
You should
DM.
do an ebook.
People have been telling me to do books or Zoom.
I got you. Publish print. What's up? Okay.
We'll get back. But what was the question one more time?
How do you build an audience on social media?
Okay. So this is a question that I never quite know how to answer, because my audience was built so many different ways. People who follow me, some of them follow me because of makeup, some of them follow me because of modeling, some of them follow me because of acting, a lot of them follow me because of parodies that if you go on my page right now, because we kind of paused with COVID going on, we kind of paused and separated for a little while, that they're on my page now like, who am I following? What is this? I don't even know what I'm following, because they came for a particular thing that I'm kind of step back from.
Right.
So trying to be consistently showing each of those things is the best way for me right now to try to grow that audience, because I feel like some people are like, I don't know what this is anymore, so let me slide out. So you gotta keep them in touch, keep posting consistently, and interacting with them a lot. That has helped. Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, I think that once you sit down and write out the steps, it'll be definitely something you can monetize. I could see that being a great product for you to sell, though.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that and doing some makeup classes and stuff, but it's like I just need to go for it. But I've been so scattered, I really need to hone in on something.
Yeah, that'll be dope. I would read that ebook myself, because that's, I mean, everybody wants to know, especially with Corona making us be pushed online. I was able to kind of move my marketing and branding company to focus on helping people do online classes and ebooks and workbooks, which helped me. But I'm glad I knew how to because people weren't doing events, they didn't need event planners. So like, I think that Corona made me creative, made us creative. Yeah, right? And it's really it's been a blessing for me. So what's next for you?
Oh, well, there's. Only God knows, to be honest. Right. But I'm starting a clothing line. Okay. That's my next major endeavor.
I'm ready.
So super excited
because I know it's gonna be for me, curvy girls.
Yes, of course. Because I realized that I had been investing in so many other people's brands and selling so much of their clothes. There's people who sell out products after I post it.
Right.
So it's like, sis, why
get all those coins?
Right, keep your coin. And as much as I like to support other black entrepreneurs, I can post your clothes, but I'm gonna post my clothes too, because
I'm with it. Let's go.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking into that right now. Working on that, and I think getting these ebooks together, these Zoom classes, just really trying to make the online market monetize that for me, because I have been doing so much where it requires my time in person, and there's only so much time that you have, so that's another thing with Corona that I think has been kind of a plus. Is like, in the midst of all of this, we're learning new ways to create, we're learning new ways to share with other people and use our time more wisely, because you can film something now, put it out there, or you can meet with a bunch of different people, but via Zoom,
on a digital platform.
And I love that. I love it.
I've been like waking up on meetings in my pajama pants. I was like, I don't think I could ever go back outside the house.
Right.
Like
you
putting on
a little bottoms.
I know. No. Putting a little scarf, doing my little edges, and being girl, the transition is crazy. But so how do we keep in touch with you?
Oh, well, you can follow me. Where should I look? You can follow me on social media at Nzinga Imani. That's Nzinga Imani. And my makeup page is Made Amazing MUA. That's Made Amazing MUA, all one word. Same thing for my website and email, everything Nzinga Imani or Made Amazing MUA at Gmail. So yeah, that's how you can follow me. And I'm on YouTube as well at Nzinga Imani.
Yes, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'm going to make sure she get these ebooks out for us, guys. We appreciate you coming to tune in with Contact Atlanta, and we look forward to continuing the relationship.
Yes, love you. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. So continue to glow.
Yes.
I love you, boo. Bye.
That was good.
Yeah.